Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ravi Luskandabash, and this is my very first class in front of such a knowledgeable audience. So I hope you'll be forgiving and kind to me throughout this presentation. So this is a very short class, so I'll try to go quick. But if you want me to go slow, I'll do that too. So it's up to you. I don't want you to go through it. So this class will be on actually supply chain, and our topic is today design options for a distribution network. Now, before we start, as we would find later that there is 6 distinct distribution network that you find in all industries in supply chain, and those will be depending on industries, of course. But before we go any further, first we have to see what are the things they are. What are the things that influence this decision? Okay, factors influencing distribution network design. As you can see, first one is customer needs that are met. Service factor, that is, and cost of meeting customer needs, that is cost factors. So these are the factors most mainly that would influence our decision of finding the right distribution network for our supply chain. So look at the first go through the cost factors. These are inventory, transportation, facilities, and handling and information. Then there's service factor, and these things can be self-explanatory too, but I would like you all to go through them very quickly because this might come in handy when we would go through those design network for evaluating their performance. So first, let's talk about response time. As we can see, it's just the amount of time it takes for a customer to receive an order. Product variety is the number of different products configuration that are offered by distribution network. Product availability is the probability of having a product in stock when a customer order arrives. And customer experience includes the ease with which customer can place and receive orders and the extent to which this experience is customized. And time to market, the time it takes to bring a new product to the market. Or order visibility, the ability of customers to track their orders from the placement to delivery. And returnability, the ease with which a customer can return unsatisfactory merchandise, and the ability of the network to handle such returns. Now, and even as we go further, we still have to ask 2 questions, and based on this, we can reach to those 6 distinct design network that we'll be talking about. So first, the 2 questions are, as you can see, first one is, will product be delivered to the customer location or picked up from a pre-arranged site? And the second question is, will product flow through an intermediary or intermediate location? We can answer these 2 questions, and depending on the industry, then we can reach to the 6 distinct distribution network design, as you can see. The first one is manufacturer storage with direct shipping, then manufacturer storage with direct shipping, and in-transit merge, distributor storage with carrier delivery, and distributor storage with last mile delivery. The 5th one is manufacturer distributor storage with customer pickup, and then number 6 is retail storage with customer pickup. And because of the time constraint, I might not be able to go through all of them. But I'll try my best to go through at least 2 or maybe 3 of them. Okay, very quick.
You better go through the most important one.
Okay. Actually, all of them are important, but I think the most important one would be the 4th one, the distributor storage with the last mile delivery. That is very dominant in our country. So yeah, I can go through that. Do you want me to go through that in this meeting?
It's one you can go through in detail.
Okay, then I will go through that one. distributor storage with last mile delivery. Okay, with this one, as you can see, what happens, the customers place their order directly at the distributor or retailer warehouse, and then the order is placed back to the factories, and the factories directly ship those products to the distributor or retailer warehouse, and retailer warehouse ship them to the customers, but not through carrier package, rather package carrier rather. Rather, they use actually truckload or less than truckload method to finish, to deliver their products. This is very common in our country, and most important example you will find is when we see those home delivery water thing, and they just use this thing, last mile delivery. As you can see, you place the order at the retailer, and the retailer truck comes and drop off those water jars, at our place. And this is very come in handy when the product is actually in bulk, and also it's on large quantity. Because see, if it is a small product for a supply chain, the transportation cost will get really high for this, because it will cost a whole lot if it is a small product. But when it comes to a water jar, which is big and bulky, and that increases the cost, the transportation cost, and it increases the customer experience too. And let's see some of the performance with this characteristics. First, with the inventory, it's higher than distributor storage with package carrier delivery. We didn't get to go through that distributor storage. With carrier delivery is higher because we need more facilities, and that's the reason the inventory cost gets higher with this one. And then transportation cost, as you can see, very high cost, even minimum scale economies. When the product is small, it gets higher. But when in a country like ours, it gets to tend to get lower, because we have high population density. So as they, this actually makes the transportation cost go lower, because of the population density that we have here. And so it is very famous in our country, and it is used by other big companies like Reckitt Benckiser or Unilever. It's very common, and it's very dominant in business-to-business environment, actually, when instead of individual customer, because business-to-business, those business clients, they can place larger order. Okay, so that is the good thing about it. And facilities and handling, as you can see, facility cost higher than manufacturer storage or distributor storage with package carrier delivery, but lower than chain of retail stores. And information similar to distributor and with the information, as you will find that our information is placed only to the retailer, so we don't have to have direct contact with the manufacturer. So that tends to get the information infrastructure cost lower. Okay, so not much of, not as expensive as you will find with the other options that we will discuss. We have the time. So, and now let's see the response times. It's very quick. It can be done within a day. So it's something very good about it. And product variety is somewhat less than distributor storage with package carriers delivery, but larger than retail stores, because you cannot, it tends to have, you need more shelf space for product variety, and which you don't get with this because of those small facilities. Because if you can store more, the facility cost tends to get higher with that. So product availability, as you can see, more expensive to provide availability than any other option except retail store. And then it's the same reason, because you need more shelf space for product availability. And customer experience is very good, particularly for bulky items. Okay, and then time to market is slightly higher than distributor storage with package area delivery because it needs to penetrate deeper to be introduced to the market. So that's the reason it's slightly higher than distributor storage with package area delivery. And order visibility is less of an issue. Actually, you don't need to have a tracking device for this, because the delivery is done within a day. And so you hardly require any visibility with this solution. And then returnability, easier to implement. See, if you don't like any product, you can just return it to the you can return to the distributor.
The concluding remarks.
Yeah. The concluding thing is it is very suitable for country like ours, where the population density is high, and if ordered by a business organization, say, and it can handle the larger quantity. So it's good for those kind of scenario where the product is really fast moving. So that's what it is good about this distribution design.
Thank you. Do you have any questions, please?
So, actually, just a suggestion. We have used all this information from Chopra's book, right? Sunil Chopra.
Yes. Yes.
I think we should mention that as a
Yes.
reference. So, and you said it's very useful for a country like Bangladesh where the population density is very high. But when we design a distribution network, we should consider the economic factor and the technological factor as well. So, don't you think that so as the transportation system here in Bangladesh is not that developed, so if we want to design a very responsive supply chain, then do you think it's effective? Actually, I don't think so. That's what I'm saying.
Well, this is actually very dominant for big companies, business to business organization, where the order placement is large. So you have no other option here, actually.
Can you mention some industries name where this can be applicable in Bangladeshi context?
Yeah, like toiletries industries, we see that. I mean, if we go to a retail store, you find that some truck comes from Unilever or something. They just drop off the shipping and then then leaves. And if there is something that you need to return, you can just leave it with the package.
But you said it's effective for B2B, but the supply chain should actually go to the final consumer as well.
Yeah, this is the problem with this. I mean, when it comes to the individual consumer, it is a problem. It cannot be feasible.
Yes, that's why
that's the problem. For individual customer, you have to use the package delivery because this is very. This would be.
Can it be applied in this industrial goods?
So,
Can this distribution network be used in case of industrial goods?
yes, of course.
Like
Industrial.
If you think of cement?
Yeah. Yes. They can do it. Because industrial goods are placed at big orders. So yeah, can be more. It is physical for those industries.
I have a question to you. You mentioned that inventory is an involvement cost. So, do you think just-in-time production procedure is appropriate for Bangladesh instead of maintaining the high inventory?
Just-in-time. This one is like kind of that because you can deliver it within a day. So just-in-time can be implemented with this because this tend to have their facilities tend to be closer to the customers. So just-in-time will be applicable with this.
So what are the challenges I have to face if I follow the just-in-time production process? or the delivery in case of the Bangladesh market system? What are the challenges
Challenges is, I mean, it's actually more of a commitment from one businessman, nothing much to that actually. If you have a very good relationship with the supplier, then yeah, supplier will deliver within a day. Not much of a challenge other than that.
Because of infrastructural facilities, don't you find challenges like in Bangladeshi context? You think of water supply, power supply,
Yes.
then traffic jam.
Those are problems, those we have to face. But then this actually comes with advantage in this scenario because of the high population density that we have in our country. This design is very suitable in our country, because it tends to drag the cost lower. Yeah, it as you can see, the time to market is, as you can see, the time to market is very low with this. I mean, actually higher with this, slightly higher than distributed storage because it need to penetrate deeper. That's the problem with it. I mean, see, you have to first perhaps supply. You perhaps have to go back to, first have to deliver this customer, and then you go one by one and come to this customer. So that tends to get, it can make the delivery little delayed for the others. So that's one problem that we find.
Thank you. We actually enjoyed your presentation. Thanks for giving us the time.